right, we are searching in the history of film. This is an ebook we found on our catalog and it looks really great. Our topic is slapstick comedy films. So now we need to dive in here and see what we can see. Over here, you're going to see that there's a table of contents that we can take a look at. Okay. You also have a most relevant pages, so you can just jump right to some of those pages too if you like. All right, and those are just kind of down a little bit. Over on the side here, you can access things like you can share with the Google Drive, you can email it to yourself, you can do all these different things. Don't forget you've got citations, so you can find your MLA or your APA as needed. You can also create the permalink, which is what you can share with your teachers or your partner or whoever else you need to share it with. Do not use the URL up here because it doesn't always work. You want to make sure you share the permalink because then it should work, assuming they have access to our databases. So over here, we can download it, but we can also just access the PDF because sometimes that's just as easy. You can see the same features up at the top up here where you can cite and you can get a permalink and you can access your Google Drive. Over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see the table of contents again, which will have a wonderful button to take you to the index. As the index loads, down here you can adjust your view. You can also make it full screen, which might make it easier for viewing. So now I've kind of shrunk it down a little bit so I can read things a little bit easier. Now these look like they're hyperlinked, but they're just colored blue. They're not really hyperlinked. There's even an easier way to search within this book. All right, if you go up here back to the table of contents, there's a tab here for contents. There's a tab for search within. If you click search within, now you can do like a find this word within this book. So I'm going to type in Buster Keaton, who is my favorite silent comedian. So we're going to go over here and we're going to click on, let's see, page 63, and it's going to take us right to page 63. You will see here's information about slapstick comedies. Here's information about Buster Keaton, and we have all this nice right here ready to go. It even gives you like some titles like The General, which is my favorite silent film. We can, of course, search for other things as well. We can jump around. Let's go to page 64. Oh, I think we're just on page 64. Page 220. Wherever it is we need to go, we can just kind of jump around. Page 220, I believe, is going to be the index anyway. But we can go back to page 172 if we want. Okay, so we can search around here. You can also take notes in that same area, left-hand area over there, and then you can always share those notes with your Google Drive. Remember with ebooks, you don't have to read the whole thing. This book is not necessarily going to be helpful for the whole book won't be helpful for my topic on slapstick film. Just those few little things that are going to be of interest. So I may not need the whole book. I may need a chapter. I may also need just a couple of paragraphs. And that's how we can narrow our searches down using an ebook very simply. So we're going to go back to page 61. And now we have more information.